I don't remember it ever being this great, actually. Do you? Yeah. I want to express my sincere gratitude to BAFTA for this immense honor. Charlie Chaplin was truly an artistic and humanitarian hero of mine. He grew up in extreme poverty. His father was absent. His mother went into an asylum when he was 14 years old. My fault, sorry. It's pretty stirring stuff. But that kind of pain turns some people, as we've seen lately, into monsters.
Spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear.
You know, when I go to sleep at night, I'm not just a guy going to sleep. I'm two-time Golden Globe winner Jim Carrey going to get some well-needed shut-eye. And when I dream, I don't just dream any old dream. No, sir. I dream about being three-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carrey. Because then I would be enough. It would finally be true.
I'm here to plant a seed today, a seed that will inspire you to move forward in life with enthusiastic hearts and a clear sense of wholeness. The question is, will that seed have a chance to take root, or will I be sued by Monsanto and forced to use their seed? Because life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. How do I know this? I don't, but I'm making sound, and that's the important thing. That's what I'm here to do. Sometimes I think that's the only thing that's important, really, you know? It's just letting each other know we're here, reminding each other that we're part of a larger self. I used to think Jim Carrey is all that I was. Just a flickering light, a dancing shadow, the great nothing masquerading as something you can name. Seeking shelter in caves and foxholes dug out hastily, an archer searching for his target in the mirror, wounded only by my own arrows.
Chaplin alchemized his pain, turned it into art. Exquisite, timeless, healing art. Very few people know that the tramp character's funny walk was because he had worn through the soles of his shoes. He was in pain and trying to avoid the blisters. Trying to stay off his feet. You know, without empathy like that, this character would never have existed. Without empathy, we won't either. And with modern times, he criticized capitalism without a conscience. And that's what we have now. We have capitalism without a conscience.
Of course, there's a moment when one of the characters loses a very important show. And I lost the Tonight Show one time. You know, when I came down to LA, I was slated to go on at the Tonight Show, and I had a bad set at the Improv playing around. And the next day, they told me I'd lost the show, which was, you know, curtains for anybody at that time, you know, pretty much. But I have this weird fail-safe thing that kicks in for me, and I go, well, there's a side window.
And I could stop this terrible search for what I know ultimately won't fulfill me. But these are important, these awards. I don't want you to think that just because if you blew up our solar system alone, you wouldn't be able to find us or any of human history with the naked eye. But from our perspective, this is huge.
There's no meaning to any of this, so I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
I just wanted to see what would happen if you stayed until they got tired. they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons.
in
Boy,
icons?
that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
Begging to be enslaved, pleading for my chains, blinded by longing and tripping over paradise. You didn't think I could be serious, did you? I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. I have no limits. I cannot be contained because I'm the container. You can't contain the container, man. You can't contain the container. I used to believe that who I was ended at the edge of my skin, that I had been given this little vehicle called a body from which to experience creation. And though I couldn't have asked for a sportier model,
He showed the common man being fed through gears of the brutal, dehumanizing industrial age. He took on the American right wing of his day, its worst evils: hatred of immigrants, contempt for the truth, greed, and the abuse of power. We are fighting those same evils today. In America, in the United Kingdom, across the globe. And we need to be clear, shamelessness is not and will never be a superpower.
Usually people sit down during the biggest part of the applause.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So I thought I would see what that's like, that space. At the edge of the envelope with the blue devil. It's uncomfortable.
It is.
Lovely though.
Yeah, but also,
So much.
but worth exploring.
Yeah,
Well, have a
why
seat
not?
here, Jim. How
they're obviously not ready. Just need some more cooking. Now, I want to thank the trustees, the administrators, the faculty of MUM for creating an institution worthy of Maharishi's ideals of education, a place that teaches knowledge and experience, the knowledge and experience necessary to be productive in life, as well as enabling the students through transcendental meditation and ancient Vedic knowledge to slack off twice a day for an hour and a half. Don't think you're fooling me.
It is the mark of a villain. Kidnapping children is not what great nations do. Almost half of America at this moment believes there is a sinister deep state diabolically plotting to what? Give them health care? What is the sinister plan here? Sure, I can afford the miracle drug for restless leg syndrome. I should take the pills, I guess. We in America are misinformed.
Even last night in my suite, when I was trying to sleep, there were all these sounds and stuff, and then suddenly out of the blackness came Lester B. Pearson, born where my avatar was born anyway, and it's been picked up for a second season, so I'm really happy about it. And I started out at Yuck Yucks in Toronto, and also at that time there was a lot of people going, "What are you doing here? You're too good, man, go."
But I guess it has some benefits. It does allow you to separate who you truly are and what's real from the stories that run through your head. You have given them the ability to walk behind the mind's elaborate set decoration and to see that there's a huge difference between a dog that is going to eat you in your mind and an actual dog that is going to eat you. That may sound like no big deal, but many never learn that distinction. And they spend a great deal of their lives living in fight or flight response. I'd like to acknowledge all of you wonderful parents. Way to go. What a fantastic job.